The idea is pick one, two, or three and literally go and do them or get it or whatever it is, literally today, tomorrow, and every day for the rest of your life. That's the idea, right? So pick one thing, two things, and genuinely try to make like forever, like the rest of your life you will do this thing. So make sure it's something that you genuinely could do with some level of ease. Then maybe you can come back to this video in like 2 months and actually pick out another thing, right? Number one, supplements with omega-3 fish oils. This one's in a glass bottle as well. Omega-3, actually this bottle might be still fucking plastic, bro. It's like, man. Omega-3 fish oils are shown to help with the problems of estrogen, which is just a fast little thing that you can take. Avoid vegetable oils and seed oils. You've probably heard about seed oils recently. They're pretty toxic for us. Pretty much the only oil that you should probably use might just be like vegetable oil. And for fats that you want to cook in, you should use ghee, which is like an Indian thing, or full fat grass-fed butter. Make sure, especially in the UK, I don't know about other countries, but in the UK, most butter is actually not butter. Like, you know, there was these dickhead, bro, the amount of adverts that I would see on TV years ago where it's like, oh, I can't believe it's not butter, it's flora, like, you know, some vegetable oil shit. And our parent, like, bro, still to this day, we've got 4 tubs of this shit inside of our fridge because my mum sees a little picture of the little flour and thinks that it's healthy. Oh, it's not butter, it's lower fat than butter. Yeah, because it's got sunflower oil. Because it's got seed oils. The whole point is that you cook your food with fat, bro. Our ancestors have done this for 20,000 years, for 100,000 years. Why would you not do what they did? No, none of our ancestors were obese. None of them had heart disease. They died from the tiger, fine, but things are different. If we merge their diet and the way that they lived with our modern like safety, like, you'll become a superhuman compared to the average person. You cook your food in fat sometimes, right? If you need to, like eggs or something, you're not just gonna do it on like a dry plate or something, right? With full fat, like old school style fat. The kind of butter that's it's like a rectangle brick and it's wrapped in tin foil, and you look at it, it says full fat, grass fed, salted or unsalted is fine. Salted is actually better for you. Salt's good for us, by the way, if you didn't realize. Like I keep fucking salt next to me, and I literally put salt in my water. That's a separate video, but I put salt in my water and everything. Bro, everything that we've been told in the last 10, 20 years, that, oh, lower your salt intake, guys. My mum, every single time I'm about to put some salt, and she's like, oh, Hamza, salt kam karo, heart ke liye nahi thi. I'm like, oh. Dr. Huberman ne kya hai, salt theek hai hamare liye. Like, it's good for it. Like, bro, fat and salt are actually incredibly vital and healthy for us. You've been told that these are bad, that we should take these out of our diet, and food tastes horrible if you do that. But the companies will put in extra sugar for you instead. And now metabolic syndrome, obesity, fucking heart disease, everything's on the rise, bro. You can't trust any, especially like experts, especially your fat doctor. Like my mum's fat doctor, she comes home with a sad look on her face. Oh, he's told me that my cholesterol's too high, so I need to lower my fat. That's not how it works. Your fat doctor's an idiot. Your cholesterol's too high because of sugar. Cholesterol is a good thing. It's cholesterol. I'm going on a rant, man, but just in case you're interested, cholesterol's kind of like a firemen who come to put out a fire. The fire is insulin. The fire is sugar. And the firemen are there, like cholesterol, to put it out, to help you. And your fat doctor says, oh, your cholesterol levels are too high. No, it's not because of you've been eating the 20 grams of fat that my mom eats a day. It's because you have this like sugar pastry every single day. It's because you put sugar in your coffee. It's because you think it's normal and it's pretty healthy to have a slice of cake every single day. That's the problem. What the fuck does your fat doctor know about it? He's got testosterone lower than like a 90-year-old, and he can't even run a mile. And I know I sound crazy because I'm defying, oh my god, that doctor's educated. But how is he educated if he can't even live what he preaches? Don't just trust me either, bro. I'm just a guy in a bathrobe on the internet. I've just done my own research. My health has improved drastically. My health and fitness is absolutely top tier. I track my stats. My health is drastically going up. I've got a full blood test going soon, which I'll show you, which won't be amazing just yet because I'm only like base for a little bit. But when I do another blood test in like 6 to 9 months and I show you that literally like any problems that we saw, anything like that, have been completely reversed by me just living like our cavemen ancestors, but with also modern day sort of technology, you know, some good things. Number three, so no seed oils, right? Number three, avoid soy and flaxseed. A lot of fitness guys thinks flaxseed is healthy because it's got some micronutrients and stuff, but flaxseed it's got very high estrogen, and soy is renowned for having high estrogen. A lot of like vegans and stuff argue this point, and there's a debate with like the extra chemicals. I don't know the science. I'm just not gonna have soy. Simple as that. I just don't give a shit. I don't like it enough to think, yeah, but there might be some. I don't give a fuck, bro. Just soy and flaxseed. I don't ever need to eat them ever again. Number four, lose body fat. So estrogen is stored in, essentially your estrogen receptors are all over your body, all over your skin, and also in fat. And so technically, if you're lower body fat percentage, you should be able to like kind of get rid of some of the estrogen that was stored in the fat. And this is kind of like, we can relate to it because we're into fitness. You don't need to get like, dick skin shredded, bodybuilder shredded or anything, because that comes with its own health consequences. You just need to get to like, just don't be fat. Don't have like a pudge. Don't lie and say you're bulking or anything. If you're above 20% body fat, you're fat. Don't shut the fuck up about bulk or anything. If you're above 20% body fat, like, you should feel some level of shame and cut that down. Honestly, 10 to 20% is a wide range, but I think pretty much 100% of men can follow that. Be 10 to 20%. I think if you go underneath that, for most guys, some guys have got different genetics, right? But if you go below that, you start getting health consequences. If you go above it, you look bad, you feel bad, you're slow, you're lethargic, and you can cope all you want. But my bench press is going up, but it's like, bro, you're losing your health with it. So, well, that's just me anyway. Like, I think it's good to bulk, especially in your first few years of training. I really still push that to you, but I just wouldn't turn your bulk into more of an anxiety bulk. If you're bulking right now thinking that, yeah, no one's going to mess with me if I eat this, it's like, you're not bulking because of fitness reasons. You're bulking because you've got a mental disorder, and this is coming from someone who had the same problem. Number five, sauna. So this is very interesting. Huberman has been talking about this on his podcast. Bunch of influencers have been saying this, bunch of books have been saying this recently. The benefits of going into a sauna very frequently are massive, and the Western world is just finding this out. People in like Russia and those kinds of countries have been like big fans of the sauna for a while. Russians are like level 10 sauna enthusiasts. I walk into like a public sauna, like a big one, and there's always a group of Russians doing some weird shit, like they're lying down, like one of the women stood there with like a plant, like brushing it in her nose. Then one of them will put extra water into the sauna, get his towel and like whip it around. I'm like, god damn, that's like a special attack I haven't unlocked yet. Sauna is really good for you because it makes you sweat, and the idea is that in a simple way, okay, when we sweat we lose estrogen. Not really. It's like, okay, the heat makes molecules move faster, and when molecules move faster, it also means that they'll kind of escape your system more, and there'll be more of a detoxification. Just make it simple. The more you sweat, the more estrogen that will come out of your body. There was actually a study that I once read which showed that when people went into the sauna with a little patch that was going to like pick up on chemicals and stuff, and they sweated a lot, they went off, tested the patch, and the patch was covered in like estrogen and all other chemicals that essentially like had left their body, which is a really good thing, compared to like a control group that didn't sweat as much, and like just to see, okay, well, does estrogen come off every hour, and it didn't. So it's like, okay, just try and sweat a lot, train with like a hoodie, sweat when you train. That's a really good feeling, and exercise apparently, like sweating with exercise is apparently even better than being in a sauna, because your muscles contracting, and that also, it's like good. So essentially just heat your body up to the point that you're sweaty pretty much every day. Go into the sauna. I'm literally getting a sauna built in my house because I just don't want to commute like half an hour or something to a gym to use one there, and there's friction there. Saunas aren't terribly expensive. Like, I thought it'd just be unrealistic, but then I saw it's like £1,000, so you can just save up for it, like if you've got the means to do so. And if not, a gym membership, sometimes there's saunas in gyms for like $50, $100 a month if you can afford it. That's what I think. Even though some people might hear this and say, oh, but that's a rip-off, and I don't have the money, I personally see it as an investment, or like a return on investment. Going to the gym for a month, $100 a month or something, is it going to give you the health and productivity that's above $100 for the month? Like, yeah, for most people, yeah. If you've got like a high impact leverage skill business, if you're like able to make quite a lot of money, if I improve my productivity and health by 1%, that's probably worth a few thousand a month these days, or at least a few hundred a month these days, right? Number 6, how many times I have to tell you? Avoid plastics. BPA free is a cope. That's it. You need to see, like, the only way that you know for certain is that you literally see estrogenic free on the title, on like the label, which I promise you've never seen that before, and we won't see it for a long time. I don't think we'll ever even see it. You won't touch some plastic thing and it says estrogenic free. They'll always say, oh, a BPA free bottle. it's still plastic. So they get to advertise that they've just taken out the BPA, like BPA sort of chemical, but then they've still got to make it with something that's still plastic. So they've put in other chemicals which are just as bad. People have like this close-minded view that like it was a few years ago that people were proper pushing companies to make it all BPA. Oh, BPA is a problem. It's not BPA that's a problem. It's just plastic. So don't use, just literally just keep looking around, and I guarantee just don't touch plastic shit, and like throw some shit away. Get some like glass containers. This is for my salt. I've got like a big fucking thing of nuts here, so I just snack on these through the day and everything. And of course, like, you can't save yourself from all plastics, of course you can't, right? So there's a few things, like sometimes I'll take the L and I'll use a plastic pen or something. I'm not like some weirdo who like, I need to write, but I'm not, do you know what I mean? It's, you can certainly go to the level that you can maintain at for the rest of your life. But I do think there is value in going quite extreme and obsessive for some time. Like, this is my personality. Some people get to like level 5 and they'll maintain it for the rest of their lives. I've always been a guy who will go level 10 and then kind of drop down to like level 2, then level 10, then level 10, and in the end it's kind of like I maintained level 5. But I'm like an extreme on and off kind of guy, at least. But I'm not sure if I'd ever go off thinking about this stuff, to be honest. There's a lot more plastic than you think, bro. Literally, like, your toilet, the actual ceramic bit is obviously fine, but the toilet seat where you put your ass, toilet seats are almost always plastic. Your toothbrush, plastic. Have a look when you go into your bathroom, and then it's like, if you just stand there and just keep looking, you'll get bored, and then just keep looking. And then just keep looking, and you'll pick out so much more. Like, you would have looked into your bathroom for like 5 minutes and then been like, oh, fuck, the shower curtains are all plastic. Wait, every bottle of soap, of shampoo, of conditioner, why are they all in plastic? Avoid food in plastic if possible. So most food is packaged in plastic. If you visualize getting like a 6-pack of apples, it's not like you go to the shop and you just, oh, like you hold them like this. They're in a clear plastic bag. And there's even the same with meat when you go to a supermarket. Supermarkets are like one big processing step extra, which is a bad thing, compared to going directly to the farmers and the butchers and everything. So if you can, if it is somewhere nearby, try and find a butcher, like a meat shop. Try and find like a farmer's shop where you can buy, like, you'll know it because it's quite like a weirdly like almost old school looking shop where like they'll literally have all the fruit on the outside in literally just cardboard boxes, and then none of it's got plastic. So you go there and they'll have plastic bags for you to put it into, but you could bring like your own school bag or something and just put them in there with no cover, you know, like vegetables and stuff. Or you could bring like a cardboard box in the back of your car and literally like fill them all in there. Okay, buy it. They'll say, oh, I'll wrap it up for you, I'll put it in a bag for you. So no, it's okay, no bag, it's fine. So that's one big processing step that you could skip. Use metal water bottles. This is a stainless steel one. You literally just search, make sure you don't search for BPA free, you search for like literally like full 100% stainless steel, and make sure, so this brand is called Super Sparrow. I'll link everything that I use in the description. I'll try and see if I can get affiliate links as well. This brand is called Super Sparrow. It's from Amazon. It's cheap, it's like $15. And it comes with 2 attachments, and for a long time I used the one which was a plastic attachment at the top with a straw, like a little sippy cup, and then it's still plastic. You put it into your lips, bro. So now I use this one, so it has both options, and this is literally, now this has got 100% plastic free. That's it. What else have we got? Avoid plastic material in your pillowcases, in your bed sheets. Often you can go and have a look and like even feel like your bed sheet next to you. It's like a lot of this stuff that we use, once you pick up on this, you'll realize like a lot of this has like some kind of plasticky polyester material. So just be careful for that. And you can actually find some like 100% cotton pillowcases and stuff, so just have a look at that. Just be vigilant for any kind of plastic. You can literally be the guy now when you're about to buy something, you look at like the material or the ingredients and it says like, oh, 50% nylon, and you're like, okay, is nylon a plastic? Is it estrogenic? You copy and paste the word nylon into Google and write estrogenic next to it, and it's like, oh, there's 4 studies that show it is. So okay, I'll close it, I'm not getting that shit.